Hello and good morning, everyone. So thank you for tuning in to our webinar today. And for our webinar today, we'll be talking about area survey and precision mapping, which will be conducted by me and my colleague Jayang. I will be the moderator, and Jayang will present all of the case studies, applications of area survey and precision mapping. So I will pass the mic to Jayang, and before that, you feel free to use the Q&A chat box on the right-hand side of your screen to ask any questions throughout the webinar. Me and Jayang will answer any questions that you have when we go through this webinar. So Jayang.
Okay, thank you for the introductions. And perhaps for today's our topic will be in area surveys and precise mapping. So I will go through our agenda first with you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And my name is Jayang here. I'm from the Sales and Business Development team. So perhaps for our agenda today, we will run through a bit of our Poladrone background. Then after that, we'll do some introduction about UAV for those newcomers, never heard of what is drones and UAV. So this will be the good part for you. Then after that, I will do some introductions in the drone survey, and then continue with application for survey and mapping. And the last but not least, I will talk a bit more of our service, what we can provide to you, and what kind of product and service we can do for our clients. Yep, so start with our background. So basically, we are the tier 1 distributor for DJI in Malaysia. So we are the authorized enterprise distributors, and also we are others leading payloads distributors such as TERRA and Flow. So we are founded in 2015, which we focusing in agriculture, mapping, inspections, which we are fully based in Malaysia. And also recently we have a new branch in Thailand as well. So perhaps what we do is that we provide enterprise drone sensor and analytics together as a total solution for our clients. So up to date, we have mapped up to 500,000 hectares of the industry analysis. And also we did manufacture our own spraying drones, which is focusing in the agriculture usage. So this one, if you're interested, you can talk with me in the later part, or if you email us to talk more about it. Yep. So apart from that, we also have drone academies, which is focusing doing the training and education for drones. So over the years, we have trained up to 300 participants from different companies and organizations, and have been mapped up to 20 acres of land in the area of Cyberjaya. Yep, so perhaps I will do some introductions about the UAV first. So the correct name for drones actually, what it's called is UAV. It's unmanned aerial vehicles, which is the military use name. So in common, what we call it is drones. So to have a complete US solutions, that we need to have three main things. So the first one will be the platforms, then continue by the payloads, and then by the software. So platform are referring to the drones, payload normally referring to the cameras and other payloads I will explain in the later part. And then the third part will be the software. But last but not least, we still need to have operators which will help you to fly the drones, and very important that. So continue by that, I will intro some type of platforms. So for the platform, we have three types. First will be the fixed wing. This is the long range of the drones, which is something like the aeroplanes. Then for the second one will be called multi-rotor. So this one is quite common used by the consumers and also the other enterprise, which is very easy to take off, and we have a very precise controls of the drones. And last but not least, we do have a hybrid version of a what we call VTOL. So it can help to vertical takeoff and landings. So when they take off, it will be like helicopters, and then when they fly in the sky, it will be the aeroplanes. So it's a combination of both fixed wing and multi-rotor. Yep, then continues that with the payloads part. So payloads part, we did have many types as well. So we're inclusive of RGB cameras, which is the cameras that something like our phones is capturing the normal photos, but with different resolutions. Then continue with thermal imaging, high zoom multispectral for agriculture usage, and also other payloads such as the LiDAR. So LiDAR will be the light and detecting sensors, which is majorly used in survey industry. So talking about software, so software we did have 3 parts of it. So basically we separate into operations, processing, and analyzing. So operations will be the software that help you to fly the drones. Then for processing wise, it will help you to stitch the photos. And then after that, for analyzing, software will be help you to generate with topographies or geographical data analysis. So this software will be including like ArcGIS, QGIS, or AutoCAD. So the drones have been revolutionizing in the different industry, and it changed the traditional ways and bringing the innovations into the industry to make the works more efficient and effective. So in today's topics, we're gonna focusing in survey industry. So for survey industry, we're gonna talk about how drones is being utilized in the survey industry, and also why does the industry need the drones for the change. So as we see from the slide here, we can see the drone adoptions in survey industry, which is in 2018 have been skyrocket, which up to 171% of the amongst other industry. So although it's not the fastest, but having the 100% of an increase in the surveying industry definitely will noted as a potential growing commercial adopters, and it become very common of using drones in the survey industry in eastern countries, and also in China itself, and also in Asia Pacific area. So next we're going to talk about what does means by drone survey. So drone survey is means that it's helped to capturing the area data with the sensor, such as the RGB or the multispectral cameras or the LiDAR payloads, which I mentioned earlier. So basically it will take the ground photo with different angles, and also each image will be tagged with the coordinates. So by having the data and information, it's able to help to generate a georeference automorphics, elevations models, or the 3D models. So by flying at a much low altitudes, we're making the output will be in the high resolutions and with a higher accuracy. So by having this way, definitely will make it more faster for your taking the survey jobs, and also will be less expensive, which means will be cheaper for you to having the drones to conduct the survey operations. So I will be explaining why. So talking about what are the benefits in the drones by using in the survey industry, is that by capturing the topography data with a drones is up to 5 times faster than a land-based method, and requires with less manpower. And also with a PPK geo takings, you also can save the time, as placing the numerous of GCP points is no longer necessary. So your ultimate delivery, your survey result will be in a faster way, and also at a lower cost. So the difference by using a total station is that we will only measure in individual points. One drone flight will produce thousands of measurements, which can represent in a different formats like a DTM, DSM, control line, and etc. So each piece of the produced map or point on the 3D modeling will contain the 3D geo data as well. So an area mapping drone can be take off and fly almost everywhere. So you are no longer limited by unreachable areas again, and also safety steps slow for you. So you doesn't need to close on highways or train tracks. In fact, you can capture the data, during the operations without an organization's overhead to you. So these are all the benefits that you can gain in the survey industry. So after knowing the benefits part, so what are the drones can be used for in survey? So first one will be the stockpile measuring, will be one of the usage for survey by using the drones. So stockpile measuring mostly are for the mining industry. You can measure for the volume of the stockpile. After that, the second one will be the slope analysis, which you can using the drones to generate the raw photo. And also after that, you will use the software to process analysis for the slope data. Then the next part for the drones can be used for land survey and also cartography as well. So this is the main topic that we'll discuss today, which the accuracy wise can be up to centimeter levels by using the model we propose to you. So continues by the land management and also developments. It's very useful in by using the drones because especially when you develop a new development in a new area, it will help you get better pictures and also the overall pictures for the lands and also the area. And also it's very useful when you use it in the urban planning. So which drone can be used a lot in the planning stage because it can generate the overview of the maps and also topography information to the surveyors and also the developers within a short time period and also in the lesser cost. So these are all the drones that will be used in the survey part. So after knowing which area and also which type of place we can use, then we go into like what is the deliverables we can expect from our drone survey. So we have few samples and it can generate by our teams. So first one will be the weapon length, and then followed by the digitization map. So basically digitization map will mention all the digitization informations, digitize all the route base for you by using certain software. And after that, we will have we can generate the digital surface model as well. So digital surface model will be representing the Earth surface, which means all objects on the Earth, including the which will be very useful for the vegetation management. Then talking about the other kind of result, we'll be having the digital terrain model as well. So digital terrain model is talking about the bare ground surface. So this will be without any object on it. It's more for terrain analysis. Then and also we will have digital elevation models. So this one, DM will be content height with height information, which they're having a control line which joining all the points with the same height. So these are the type of the result we can generate throughout the drones and also the processing software and analyzing software by our team. Yep. So now I'll be focusing talking about applications for survey and mappings in survey industry. So before I start that, I will be talking about some common challenges by survey and mapping. So first of all, we're going to talk about the communications part because when doing survey and mappings, communication is very important. Sometimes there's a miscommunication between the teams might cause the if defect happens, and also sometimes we have a poor accuracies due to the human errors, which we cannot control that. And also talking about the safety, some areas may not inaccessible like forestry areas, so it's very hard for the surveyor to go in, and also there's a safety concerns when they're doing the operations, and also while doing the traditional method will be very time consuming, which you need to use the base station and also collect the data within to just use for a few hours just to collect the data. So after talking all the common challenges that we might be faced in the survey and mapping industry, so we do some comparison between the ground-based survey and also the drones-based surveys method. So basically ground-based survey will be using total stations. So basically, we can see there's a significant difference that actually is the time. So by using the ground-based surveys, basically we will take up more to 2 to 3 weeks of times. However, by using the drone-based survey, the time is shorter, up to 1 to 4 days. And also, another major difference that is the output that we can generate. So according to this slide, our ground-based surveys will be generating the CAD file and also the contour map. However, with the drone-based survey, we can collect more information and also generate with more different outputs, such as auto maps, contour maps, point clouds, and also CAD files. So this will be the major difference between the ground-based surveys and also the drone-based survey. So after seeing the benefit indeed, then we will talk more further deep into the survey graphs of the mapping by drones. So basically, by creating the survey graph maps, we have two types of methods. One will be using the conventional drones, which require a GCP point, which this is the very common terms that used in the survey industry, GCP point. I'll explain it further later. Then after that, by using the RTK drone is the second method, which we can use the real-time kinetic or the post-processing kinetic method. So there are two methods that we can use it for create for a survey grade of map. So first, I'm gonna explain what is a GCP point. So GCP basically are the visual marker on the ground whose coordinates are known. So basically they help to increase the accuracy of your drone survey and allow you to fit the model in the geographical coordinate system. So this point must be measured by a land surveyor using a professional equipment such as the RTK, GPS, or a total station. So basically GCP in the layman term is help you to fix the data with the real data, the data is captured by drones, and also with the data as a reference to your geographical data. What is the advantages and also disadvantages by using GCP? That is, by using GCP, you can greatly improve the accuracy of your drone's map and also the result you are generating. However, the disadvantageous part is that for preparing the GCP point is very time consuming and also very difficult to set up when you're working on a huge size with an uneven land. So especially like a forest project, yeah, it's very tough for them to place the GCP because it's inaccessible and also the area is in an uneven land. So after talking about GCP, then I will continue with talking what is RTK. So real-time kinetic is the technique that used to increase the accuracy of the GPS signal by using a fixed base station, which is wireless, will be sent out to correction to a moving receiver, which we are referring to the drones. And the roving GPS engines has to be within the communication range of the base station in order to receive the corrections. So normally when RTK is used, will be for the applications that require with a high accuracy, and such as the centimeter level positioning, which up to 1 cm or 1 ppm accuracy. So what will be the advantages and also disadvantages of using RTK? So for the advantages, that by using RTK, actually you can offer up to the centimeter level accuracy data in the real time. And basically it can help to reduce the number of GCP needed when doing the survey jobs. However, what is the cons part is that it requires stationary base stations. So like in the later part, I will introduce a base station as well. And also there's a risk of radio link will be outage and also block of a GNSS signal. And also you have higher chance of malfunction because it cannot return the old or new data to keep in the current flight in check. So this will be the pros and cons amongst the RTK methods. Then talking about the PPK methods, which are referring to the post-processing kinematic. So for PPK method is the alternative technique to the RTK. So with a PPK workflow, the accuracy positioning doesn't happen in the real time, but it's applies afterwards. So both of the base and ground station and also the rovers, usually referring to the UAV, we record the raw GNMS logs, which after that then we process into computers and do the PPK processing. So if there's a less accurate data of the drones on board GPS is corrected, we'll be using the more accurate base station data, resulting in a more precise JPEG of the error imaging or the other surface data. So for the PPK method also come with the pros and cons. So basically the pros of it is will be offering the centimeter level of accuracy after the post-processing. And also it can cover with the largest area, which it doesn't need to have a GCP point. And also it's more reliable when you fly in the longer range. And we have a greater flexibility because it doesn't need to have a correction link required between the rover and also the base station. However, the cons part is that to compete for the PPK methods, you need to have a very complex workflow to process the data. So you might need to have someone very experienced or someone that has been done in PPK for a very long time to process for the data. So these are the three methods that we introducing in the drone surveys mapping by using drones, including total stage, including PPK, RTKs, and also with GCP point. So for area mappings and precise survey, we will propose you with survey grid of Phantom 4 RTK with DRTK2 base station. So DJI has retaught its drone technology from the ground levels and revolutionizing its system to achieve with a new standard with a drone accuracy. So by offering the Phantom 4 RTK, customer with centimeter accuracy data while required with lesser ground control points. So what is so special about Phantom 4 RTK? So Phantom 4 RTK is the Phantom 4 that advanced version with survey grades of usage. So basically, there's a new RTK module is integrated directly into the Phantom 4 RTK. So by having that, we will providing the real time and also centimeter level of positioning data for improve the absolute accuracy on the image metadata. So you're able to fit the Phantom 4 RTK to any workflow with the ability to connect this positioning system to the DRTK base stations, which introducing by the DJI as a package with a Phantom 4 RTK. Or you can connect with an Android accounts by using a 4G dongles or the Wi-Fi hotspot. Then what's sitting underneath the RTK receiver is the redundant GNMS module. So it will be allowing you to maintain for a stable flight even in the signal poor regions such as the dense city. So what is the accuracy that can providing by the Phantom 4 RTK? So for the horizontal RTK positioning accuracy can up to 1 centimeter levels, and also for the vertical RTK position accuracy can up to 1.5 meter. So the standard and also the result is provided by the DJI under best conditions. And what is the camera is using in this Phantom 4 RTK? They'll be using the Phantom 4 camera as well, which is same with the previous Phantom 4 Pro version 2 series, which are 1 inch of a CMOS sensor and 20 megapixels of effective pixel, and also it's equipped with a mechanical shutter, which is very good for the mapping progress. And also there's another new features that introduced in this Phantom 4 RTK is that time sync functions. So timesync is able to help you to align the positioning system to the very exact moment at which the image is taken. So basically it will create to continue align the flight controller, cameras, and also the RTK modules together. So additional that timesync also ensures that the Phantom 4 RTK records the factory calibrates lens parameters along the side of position, altitudes, and other data onto the each photo by matching the positioning data to the center of the camera of the CMOS sensor by optimizing the result from the photogrammetric methods. So for now, the image center will be always equal to a GNSS antenna's position independence from the drones and also the gimbal's angle. Then, as I mentioned just now, so for the Phantom 4 RTK package, we also will come with the DRTK2 mobile station, which is compatible with the GPS, GLONASS, PAYLOADS, and Galileo satellite, and it is equipped with OcuSync functions, 4G, Wi-Fi, and also line connectivity. And then for the DRTK2, also can link up to 5 remote controller, and also it's supported for the multiple DJI aircraft models. So this one, if you're interested, you can look for me to explain furthermore. Then our team have come up with 3 solutions that you can use for Phantom 4 RTK as a mapping solutions. So as you can see in the slide that for 3 parts we'll have we'll be using different equipment and also networks and also some of the PPK methods. So I will explain it one by one in the next few slides. So for the solution one, basically we will connect the Phantom 4 RTK to the MyNet RTK service with an Android account. So basically for this case, for this solution, it doesn't need to have base stations. Perhaps what is the advantages and disadvantages that is by using this method will be have a very easy operations without a ground station, and also the high resolution image output can be produced with a centimeter level of accuracy. However, the disadvantages that you need to register with the RTK or the cross account, and also it will require for the 3G or 4G connectivity when doing the operations. And for the next solution 2, basically we will use to connect the Phantom 4 RTK with a DJI RTK2 mobile station. So by using the solution 2, you can operate without the 4G or Wi-Fi connectivity. You still can generate with a high resolution of the output with centimeter level of accuracy. However, for the cons parts will be you need to having an additional setup process for the RTK2 mobile station, and the operation range will be up to 5 kilometers, which is this is the best conditions passed by the DJI itself. Then for the third solutions, we'll be using the PPK post-processing kinetic methods, which this method will help to process the satellite observations data stored in the image by capturing and compare with the data captured by the base station. So PPK method basically we're having a high resolution image as well with the higher accuracy, and also the best part is that it doesn't need to have a direct connection between the Phantom 4 RTK and the base station itself. But what's the disadvantageous part is that you need to have a complex workflow, and also you need require PPK solution and also software and method together to come with the third solutions and also the operations that only you can get the desirable result for you. So now before I enter to the case study, I will just explain the case study 1 for you. So the case study 1 we will be talking about the strata back teamwork basically they are using the Phantom 4 RTK with the DRTK 2 stations in their projects for mapping European highways. So basically, in this case, they are using 170 surveyors in Germany and also 300 surveys around Europe. So this is the huge project. So basically, what they do is they need to construct precise 3D mapping for 80,000 kilometers of the highway. So what is the comment and also the feedback from the team is that they have made the constructions survey works by using the Phantom 4 RTK to make it more easier and quicker and more efficient, which the Phantom 4 RTK can provide them the efficiency and also complete the work within at the shorter time. Then we'll be talking another case study is that conducted by our team itself, which this one is used to measure the accuracy of the Phantom 4 RTK mapping compared to the older version Phantom 4 Pro version 2 with a different method. So the objective for this case study will be to prove the horizontal and also elevations accuracy of the Phantom 4 RTK against the GPS captures method, and also to determine whether the Phantom 4 RTK can achieve the accuracy requirements of our project or not. So talk about a bit the background for this case study done by our teams is that we'll be using the Phantom 4 RTKs and which will be utilizing the Phantom 4 Pro's camera as well, which both have the same cameras, and also we'll be using the traditional based GPS measurement accuracy area around 2 to 5 meters, and also traditional high accuracy survey method will be require number of a GCP and also the process will be longer. So what are the deliverables we want to deliver in this case study is that we will deliver for automatic map and also the DSM map. So what is the methodology behind is that we will establish the data validation methods by setting up 6 control points on the test site by measuring the control point using the Trimble RSSLT with a MyNet RTK to identify the lat long elevations of each point. And this will be our GCP point located within our testing site. And then the next one will be same as well, the GCP placement that's be placed at the fixed point. Then by capturing the error data, our Phantom 4 RTKs will be using GS RTK apps to plan for the missions, and Phantom 4 Pro will be using the GS Pro apps. And the mission specifications, as you can see, is written in the slide. And for the data acquisitions method that I will be using, for first one I'll be using the My RTK nets, using Phantom 4 RTK to provided by the Japan, and the accuracy wise will be up to 2 centimeters. And then for the PPK method, we'll be using Phantom 4 RTK as well. So we're using Japan base station QPMS, and also the RTK Leap post-processing software is an open source. And also the third method will be using GPS. This one will be using Phantom 4 Pro drones, and also the standard accuracy for the GPS will be up to 2 to 5 meters. So operation workflow is very simple. We'll be just do the flight planning, deploy the drones, and process and evaluate for the data. So for the data processing part, for this case study, we'll be using stitching by using Pix40, and the 6 GCP point input will be as a checkpoint to verify the accuracy. So let's look at the result that for the first one, by doing it without the GCP point, so what we can see in the result that actually for the exact accuracy, which is elevation accuracy, there's a very huge difference, and this one is measured in the meters accuracy. So we can see even using the Phantom 4 Pros and then Phantom 4 RTKs, the exact accuracy is not there. due to we don't have any GCP to fix point and also the data. Then after that, we test it with one GCP point. Then we can see improve of accuracy in the elevations models, that it has been reduced, and also for the data that Phantom 4 Pro and Phantom 4 RTK, and also with the PPK methods, it's very close, their data, with the accuracies it fall between 1 cm to 5 cm millimeters. Then after that, we improve it further with a train GCP point. Actually, we can see the data is getting better, and also the accuracy is increasing. And even we can look at the Phantom 4 Pros and Phantom 4 RTKs compared with the PPK methods. The accuracy is very, very close together. So what we want to summarize in this case study is that by using Phantom 4 Pros and also compare with the Phantom 4 RTK, actually you can use lesser GCP point, and also the result will be very similar, because when you see Phantom 4 Pro using 3 GCP point, the accuracy is almost same as the Phantom 4 RTK, while it's just using 1 GCP point. So what we want to say is that by using Phantom 4 RTK, you can reduce the usage of the GCP point during your survey operations. So we make some conclusion in this case study is that if the elevation accuracy is not desired, Phantom 4 mapping without a GCP is acceptable in this case. Then PPK method is still recommends for the best accuracy if the instant result is not necessary, because PPK will be still giving you the very high accuracy by doing the post-processing. So also we found that by included 1 GCP point input actually can greatly reduce the elevations errors to below less than 6 cm. And what is still recommended is that by using 1 to 3 GCP point as a checkpoint still is a recommended method to improve the accuracy of your data, to ensure the accuracy and also provide the accountability for any measurements. So this will be our findings for this case study, which is run by our teams. So that we will pass to Afiq that to get some question from the participants. Yep.
Thank you, Jayang. So now I think we have a few questions which has been already answered inside the chat box, but we just want to highlight here. So the first one would be when was Phantom 4 model released and the range of price? So the Phantom 4 RTK was released in 2018, and if you want to inquire about the price, you can always reach out to us, which throughout the email available.com. And in the end, we have contact details of us, like our phone number and WhatsApp number. So Jayang, I think you can answer this one. Is there a central Malaysian authority from whom we can download PPK correction data, or do we need our own local station?
Yep, thanks, Afiq. Yeah, I think that's a question that from Dean. Yeah, for Dean, yes, there's a base station from Japan itself, where you will be need to subscribe to the RTK net to use it, and also you can use for your own base station as well. So 2 methods will be also can be do it. Yep, so that will be my answer for the question, Afiq.
Yeah, thank you, Jayang. And someone also has asked any comparison between Phantom 4 multispectral camera and Phantom 4 RTK cameras.
Yeah, for this question, that actually we don't have the comparisons between the Phantom 4 multispectral and the RTK Phantom 4, but the data accuracy will be similar since both of the drones also equipped with the same RTK module and also the same base station. Yep.
Yep, thank you, Jayang. I think that's all for our questions right now. Then we can move to our portfolio.
Okay, thank you, Afiq. So now I will continue with our portfolio a bit. Yeah, so basically, for Poladrone, what we offer in our company is that we did offer the few items. So first one will be the turnkey projects. So what does this mean by turnkey project? So perhaps that, like, let's say you have a project that you want to map your plantation areas, but you don't have any resources, then you can look out for us. Then we can help you to plan out the whole proposal, including provide you the training, provide you the pilot, the trainings, and also the software and also the analysis output. So we will be the customized project for you. Depends on what's your requirements, and also other projects like the spraying drones that if you're interested, then you can talk to us. Then for the second part, we'll be providing the training and support. So basically, we did have a sister company called Drone Academy Asia. So they are doing the training and also education part for the drones, including the training up the pilots. And if your organization is interested that you want to train out the pilot teams, then you can talk to us. Then we can schedule for a meeting and also discuss about it. And also we do product procurement. So what this means that we did sell DJI products and also others payloads such as Flow and TERRA. So if you're looking for any drones, we can help you to source it, especially for the DJI one. And also for the fourth part, we're doing research and development as well. It's very especially in the agricultures and also plantations sectors. If you're interested, you can talk to us as well to discover any research and development opportunity. So apart from that, we did have our very own online cloud processing and also analytic platform, which we call it CAiramap. So basically, CAiramap is a platform that helps you to process analysis for data. So how that is work is that it's a platform that you just need to capture the drone photos by yourself. Then after that, we just throw the data and also information into our platform. Then we will help you to process and also analytics. So all the charges will be pay by charge. So we will only charge you when you need to create the certain output. So it doesn't need to subscribe or also buy anything. So it'll be on a pay basis. Then there are some output we will be generating that including of output of frequency length, digitization map, DSM, DTM, DEM, and also other outputs. And one of the very great features that is we're having the tree counting features that actually can help you to tree count for your oil palm estate. So this is very useful for the oil palm estate owner, which they want to count for their trees. Then we can use the algorithm and also our AI to help you to calculate for it and also use this for your forecasting. So our experience in the industry is that we have met up to 500,000 of hectares between Malaysia and also some projects in the Indonesia, especially for the forestry. And also majorly we are focusing in the plantations, including oil palm and also paddies, and then continued by forestry and other projects like the oil and gas industry as well. So before I end the slide, as we are the partner of DJI in Malaysia, so throughout this platform we would like to give out the trial license for the DJI TERRA for our audience for today's. So it's very simple that if you're interested to get a DJI TERRA trial license, basically our team later on will be sending out a follow-up email with you throughout all participants. So basically you will just reply with the emails that you're interested with the DJI trial license. But the trial license is limited So we will be doing as a first come first basis. Yeah. So in the later parts, you just look at your email, then you will reply with the message. Then we will giving out the DJI trial license key to you. So last but not least, if you are really interested with our products, with all the pricings and also our service, you can contact us at hello@poladrone.com, or you can call us or WhatsApp us throughout our phone number 011-365-30969. So if you also want to visit to our sales gallery, you can look for the address in Cyberjaya Futurized building. Yep, I think that will be end of my sessions. We pass back to Afiq to do the conclusions.
All right, thank you, Jayang. So everyone, thank you again for coming in to our webinar today. And if you have any questions, if you have any inquiries, feel free to get in touch with us at hello@poladrone.com or at 011-365-29069, or you can always go to poladrone.com, where there's the whole range of our product services there in our website. And also, I will be sending you the recordings of the webinar as well as the presentation slide of this webinar, and a survey for you guys to answer. So if you want to try out DJI TERRA for surveying your surveying needs, you can always indicate in the survey that you want to try out DJI TERRA. So after that, our sales rep will send you, we do a follow-up with you on the DJI TERRA account, which we will get it from DJI from China. So I think that would be all for today. Thank you for tuning in again, and I wish you guys a nice day. Thank you, everyone.